I'm so familiar with when you played and you were dominant in the post, and that's the same for a few players I know you admire tonight.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, it's much harder now to consistently score inside because teams defensively are so much quicker to double team you and get the ball out of your hands if you're a good low post scorer.
They read defensively well, and they rotate Clark so quickly. I'm always amazed at that.
Fast and hard.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Lakers have possession. Pass to Thompson. All sorts of time. Buries the jump shot. Thompson's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Pacers. From deep. Bogdanovich, no luck. Now the Pacers with it. A nice shot by Winslow.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
And a fast break now for the Pacers. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Lakers working the ball around now. Down low. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Pass to Rondo. Out to Thompson. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Tell you what, the team wants to see more of this from Wiggins, causing turnovers that get his team out in transition.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
To the inside. And the dunk by Bamba.
Boom! At over 7 feet tall with bounce, Bamba, a great option for the alley-oop.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019, Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
Back to Wiggins. And stolen by Jordan. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Here's Jackson. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Now here's Wiggins. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Love, no luck. And here are the Pacers now. They're on a 14-4 run. Jokic kicks it out to Love. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Pacers leading by 10. Here's Rondo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
He hits the second from the line.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
2 minutes. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Drills it from outside.
Boy, the progression of Wiggins' game out beyond the arc. He now is not only shooting that shot, Kevin, he's expecting to make it.
And stolen by Wiggins. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Thompson.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Pass to Love. Inside. And stolen by Jordan. Bamba. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bamba's got 8 points. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Indiana.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession.
You know, what a great job Nate McMillan has done since taking over as head coach, leading Indiana to 3 straight postseasons, and the style of play with which the team has played with, a credit to him and his staff.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Jokic draws the double. And it's Wiggins missing. Pacers leading by 7. Outside Rondo. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
On the wing, Thompson. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Thompson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pacers. Jokic on top. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting, but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke.
Pass to Osman. Takes the 3. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Teague for 3. Outside for Jordan. Poked away. Shot clock at 5. Shoots.
That's rock-solid defense right there. Jokic bodied him up and then affected the trajectory of the shot.
And the Lakers turn it over again.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb. Absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind. Big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good name. Pass to Rivers. Lakers working the ball around now. Thibault can't get it to go. Here's Osman. Finished off the break. Osman's got his first 2 points of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Pass to Chris. Back to Teague. Diallo with it. There's the lob to the hoop. Dives for it. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Pacers lead by 15.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
to Hood. Rivers with it. Now guarded by Hood. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Indiana. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Back to Teague. Throws it up high. And here they come. Here's Jokic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, one of the things I like about Jokic's game is that he's a great passer for a center. And in many ways, his game reminds me of Vlade Divac's.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just on pound in that center position.
To the paint. They tee that time from Hood. And so Hood will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Leading by 12.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Here's Jokic. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts. Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Here's Len. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Rivers. From deep. No good that time. And Indiana will come the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And it's Jokic missing.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And the dunk by Jordan.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got 10 points.
Bamba's got crazy length and impressive height, obviously, at north of 7 feet. Helps him on that offensive board, but his tenacity, a big part of that, too. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Jokic. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Indiana leading by 19. The shot by Thompson, no good. Bogdanovich, that's for 2. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Bogdanovich has got his second basket. Thompson way outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Indiana Pacers. Feeling good. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
And though they've made the playoffs 4 straight years, Indiana can't seem to get past the first round.
And it's not for a lack of effort, guys. The effort is there. The chemistry and continuity is there. They suffered a big, untimely injury, the one to Victor Oladipo, and it's been hard for them to attract top free agents as well.
And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jokic draws the double. And here's Bogdanović for three.
You know, you love the energy that Bamba plays with, guys. I mean, when he's on you, this guy wants to shut you down. He wants you to not score at all.
Pass to Thompson. From downtown. Kept alive.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Jokic. No good on the triple. Pacers leading by 18. The tray. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up three straight from beyond the arc right now.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole. Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
The Lakers have yet missed a free throw, 5 for 5. And the technical free throw is good.
And Love once had a 30-30 game as a member of the Timberwolves. The guy is a force.
Rondo with the steal. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Pass to Love. Back to Jokic. Jackson has the open look. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Pass to Chris. Love grabs the board.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
To the middle. It's tipped. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
Lakers trail by 21. It's Jokic, top of the key. Kicks it out to Bogdanović. Pass to Love. Jokic trying to free himself up. Left side, Love. And again, the Lakers no good.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Now the Lakers on the break. Love's running. Got a piece of it. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is not about charity, folks. That's his 4th giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there.
And the Lakers call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Indiana leading by 21. Hood for 3. They get it back. Here's Diallo. Pass to Chris. This one for 3. Rebound the Lakers.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Pacers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Teague can't hit. To the paint. Here's Len. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Stolen by Len. And they're pushing it up. Thibault can't get it to go.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
To the wing right side. Out to Hood. Puts up a 3. The Pacers getting another chance here. Some nice passing here by Indiana. 6 to shoot. He lobs it up. He's got a clear path. Pushing it up. And that one's good. Thibault. Thibault's got his first bucket of the night.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent. Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Rivers gets a wide open look. It's hauled in by Diallo. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Pacers running away with this one. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Kleba. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Back to Len. And Jordan sends it back.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Now T. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
And it's Osman missing.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Thompson outside. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. The Pacers making a switch here. And the Pacers with possession here. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Back to Rondo. On the wing, Thompson. Indiana again, missing.
Well, you know he wants that one back. Making the impossible look easy. Wiggins with the great creativity in the air. He typically hangs in the air a little longer than the average bird, though.
On the wing, Winslow. Pass to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Winslow.
A beautiful pass by Rondo. That's excellent teamwork.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Misses the 3. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. 24 points for Klay Thompson.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Jackson in the corner. Stolen by Winslow. Rondo with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Up again.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
And so here is Indiana. And Thompson launches it from deep. Love grabs the board. And it's Love with the ball for the Lakers. And it's Jokic missing.
And he's done the job here all day. Just continues to grab rebounds. What a game for him.
Yeah, you don't see many triple-doubles often. And I tell you what, his effort and efficiency really on point tonight.
The drive by Rondo. Wiggins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender postage.
Pass to Bamba. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question, because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching, and we're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pacers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeAndre Jordan.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
The open shot from Jackson. And nothing is falling for him right now. Now here's Rondo. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.